Hey, thanks for joining in to Improvisations for the Improv in Arlington, Texas. I'm going to be your host for this. My name is Jason James. I would like to take a moment and introduce you to some of the guests we've got, some special guests. Longtime friend of mine, inactive Marine, and incredibly funny young man. Round of applause, Mr. Shawn Halpin. Hey, another guest we've got, very talented comedian, very good friend of mine, incredible interviewer. I would rather her be doing this than me. Round of applause for Lauren Davis. Our next guest, very good friend of mine, even though he is a fan of the Detroit Lions. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Mr. CJ Starr. Thank you guys very much for joining us today. What is everybody following the Pope? What's the latest? I haven't been able to keep up.
I'm following him right now.
Is there a camera that follows him? I don't even know.
Yeah, they just said something on the chat on TV and said that he was walking across the street or something.
They're not letting him get away with anything. Like he was going to go to the park today, I think, which is big deal, Central Park. I hate it because it feels like they've been setting him up for assassination all week. Everything is like this. The guy doesn't stick around. It's a nightmare to try and keep him secure. He gets out of the car, and Tuesday he's going to be at this location right here. If you were going to shoot him, this would be a good one.
Yeah, it gets pretty bad.
They need to just not tell people where he's going, and then have an app where you follow the Pope like they do Santa Claus at Christmas.
Pope Tracker.
Pope Tracker, 2015.
They should have a delayed one, like you said. I don't know. I think it should be delayed because I don't think that anybody's going to trust us with their celebrities anymore if something happens to him.
Did you guys see the prayer service last night from St. Patrick's Cathedral?
No, I was watching football.
Oh, Jason, tell us about it.
It was before football. I was going back and forth.
There's nothing before football.
It was just awesome watching them talk about how we have to take care of the poor while they were talking about the $170 million renovation at the St. Patrick's Cathedral. So,
but when you get the newscasters talking about the Pope, they're amazed that he kind of does stuff by himself. That he paid for his own hotel bill. He carried his own bag. Yeah, because he's a human being. It's
Popes,
okay.
they're just like us.
They were making a big deal of the fact that he flew business class on Alitalia.
Yeah, and I seen his food for him and his crew, and like none of it was something that you can get at a normal restaurant. It was like gigantic shrimp. Just all kind of stuff.
Yeah, but business class is okay when there's no one else on the plane.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I ride Greyhound, so I'm going to take everybody's word that.
Is there a business class for Greyhound?
They have priority seating.
But I thought he did ride around in a Fiat. A big plug for Fiat for some reason.
I wonder how much Fiat paid. The Pope had the what was it? The Pope Tracker 2015 with product placements.
He does like a
drink and Diet Coke
commercial for Fiat.
Blowing
everybody product placement.
So we've got no openly Catholic guests here with none of you guys, or
I haven't came out Catholic, but it's gonna happen.
I just converted.
Pope Frank talked you into it today? What were you saying, CJ? There aren't any black Catholics except for the ones that played at Notre Dame?
Only the ones that went to Notre Dame. So, like, we have
Tim Brown,
Jerome Bettis, Tim Brown. You know, those are the only Catholics that I know.
Yeah. I grew up Lutheran, which is Catholic light.
Where all my Episcopalians at?
You guys only eat fish? Why do you hate fish?
I don't know. I love fish, so maybe I'm doing it wrong.
Oh, no, that's pescatarians. Same thing. You guys only eat fish.
Potato.
Yeah, Episcopalians, pescatarians. Yeah, I don't even know if that's a good word.
I was raised Seventh-day Adventist, so I didn't eat pork till I was 14.
I don't even know.
Pork.
Awesome.
So,
Lauren, what were
I'm
you?
a godless heathen. I was not raised in religion, and I eat everything.
Just raised by secular humanists that let you eat everything?
Humans.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Oh,
It's so scary.
Lawrence, I live in a cave, and we were just people.
So you can
Not
see
judging other people.
I was hoping it was the Church of the Flying Spaghetti Monster or something like that. Those are my favorite. They have to now let you take your driver's license photo with the strainer on your head.
Those are like the fun atheists. Like the atheists with like a sense of humor about it. Love those atheists.
Atheists with a lot of time on their hands.
How are they atheists if they still believe in the spaghetti strain? I think that atheists just don't believe in that.
I don't think they actually believe in the spaghetti monster. I hope they don't. I hope.
That would be funny just to go to that church, just to have to sit there listening to somebody talk about the spaghetti monster all day.
It was like a Family Guy with the Church of the Fonz.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I would go to that church.
Yeah, I'm ready.
It's like, amen.
Nobody said anything about the Fonz being a 40-year-old man knocking down high school chicks in the bathroom with a burger joint.
And who was it? Some comic pointed out he only hung out with virgins. Like, how weird is that?
Who does that?
Which is so weird. He never paid for anything, including rent. He just, it was just a weird thing, and no one said anything.
Wait, who are we talking
You can
about?
send all your email to the
Pope
Improv in
or
Arlington, Texas.
We're talking about the Pope now.
We're talking about the Pope, or are we talking about Milwaukee? Are we talking about...
The Pope only hangs out with virgins.
Oh, he does.
Priests.
But I do think that the Pope talking about the homeless is a good thing. And sometimes when you watch the people in Congress, they're like, oh, I'm listening to his message. But the next day, after the Pope leaves, they're like, yeah, whatever he said. So back to making money.
Mm-hmm.
So you're saying Catholic in town, and then they're like, oh, my boss is coming.
Right.
Boehner retired. Like I didn't see the speech in front of Congress, but supposedly Boehner was weeping during his speech, and then he resigned today. Like that, in sometime in October, he's handing over the Speaker of the House role.
Well, I mean, this person, I didn't even think he had a heart. To see him cry is just like the weirdest thing. I've never seen him have show any emotion whatsoever, mainly because Obama was talking and he was behind him just giving him that look like...
That's a very flexible look. I have that same look most of the day.
The partial stroke look.
Yes. Shit, I hadn't even thought of that.
I don't know who's going to take his place, but I think it should be Judge Joe Brown. That would be my vote.
Did you see the BBC interview with the Dalai Lama? He's 92 years old or whatever, and he was asked a question about if there could be a female Dalai Lama next, and he said, as long as she's pretty. They were like, what? He goes, yes, a female Dalai Lama, because women are more predisposed to giving comfort and compassion, but if she's not attractive, then she's pretty much worthless. And they were like, what? Are you kidding? And he was like, no, I'm not.
To be fair, current Dalai Lama is a stone fox, so it's only fair.
But I thought he said the next one should be Kim Kardashian, and then I was like, oh, come on.
She's going to be the first lady when Kanye's president.
The Dalai Lama.
We can have the Dalai Lama and the president both living in the White House. I like it.
The only answer out of the Dalai Lama's house mouth should be Oprah.
The bad thing about it is I'm just sitting here like, man, I got to get new friends. My Facebook feed does not give me this information that you guys do.
Yeah, your analytics are all screwed up. You're getting Detroit Lions news, man.
I'm still stuck on Bonner's Day from yesterday.
That's going to be a new way, or a new reason to break up with people. What's wrong? Your analytics are just jacked up. So I'm out.
All right. As a functioning alcoholic, this is of importance to me. I wanted to see what you guys thought about Taco Bell is going to start is testing selling booze. I guess their plan is to eventually turn into a nightclub. I don't know, but I guess I should ask: are you guys fans of Taco Bell first and foremost?
How did the breakfast thing turn out anyway? I think we should probably work on just regular Mexican food first, and then let's master that, and then move on to other things. I mean, like the breakfast, and I mean, Mexicans have got to be at home going, no, that is not Latino. 2 tortillas with cheese and meat is not a Mexican pizza.
Well, I see what they're doing, though, because they've got the breakfast and they've got the booze now, so they're trying to be Mexican brunch, like going to brunch with all your girlfriends at Taco Bell.
And who's testing alcohol?
Yeah, that's what I was
sure it's going to catch on.
Yeah, it works every time.
Yeah. Alcohol nails it every time, whatever they're doing.
It's probably going to make a lot of their food taste better, though. Can we say that? Like they're going to be like.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's dumb because like you only go there when you're drunk. Like you're just asking for trouble. Like I don't need to be more drunker.
Well, they're creating like the branch from 4th meal into 5th meal, so you can just keep. They've created another meal.
It just seems like eventually it's going to be like Sparta, where it's like you get drunk, then you go and eat your drunk food, and you get drunker, and then you have 5th meal in jail.
So I mean, like who's coming up with this? Who's saying like, okay, I got an idea. Alcohol. Let's start off slow with beer. Let's move up to mixed drinks later on. Like. Their board is awesome.
I mean, if they really wanted to target their demographic in Colorado, they would just have weed too.
Yeah.
Like just the.
Come on, Jason. You know the chefs are already selling weed at Taco Bell.
You just called the Taco Bell cooks chefs.
They are chefs. Well, did you see that they're going to remodel the Taco Bells where you can sit at a counter and peek into the kitchen while they're cooking? No.
To see who's teabagging your 5th meal?
Look, I really don't want to see anybody doing this.
No.
With the same look that you had on your face earlier. In between their 2 jobs under the same roof.
Well, like Taco Bell is like sausage to me. Like I don't want to see how it's made, but I love it and I'll eat it. Just don't show me the backstory.
I think it should be a third party. It should be a third restaurant. That should be their next thing. They'd be like, we teamed up with KFC and a real Mexican restaurant to learn how to actually make Mexican food.
I liked how they got busted that the ground beef wasn't beef. Oh, it was the McRib was made out of yoga mats, and their beef was made out of
And then they're not
cloves or something. There was actually zero meat in it, or I can't remember.
It's just like a soup. It's more of a soup. Can I have extra soup in my burrito?
Your beef shouldn't be made out of beef. It should be beef.
It's like the Pringles of beef. Like.
That's what I like about eating in Texas, in the rural parts of Texas. If you're at the restaurant and you're like, where did this beef come from? And they point out the window. They're like, from right over there. Yeah, right there.
It's just a cow with a chunk taken out of it.
Yeah.
The 2 turnstiles that are smoking.
And they're usually proud of it. You know, it come from right over there. Look over. There, right there. That's where it came from.
There, Texas. There, Texas. Oh my goodness, I'm so hungry for Taco Bell right now.
I know.
Let me go ahead and correct that with a video that was brought to our attention about a woman with a 20-year-old cyst. What show was it on?
I believe it was on Doctors.
The Doctors. The Doctors has turned into Tosh.0, trying to find the most disturbing videos and people getting hit in the nuts, I guess, is tomorrow's segment on The Doctors.
And watching it swell.
Yeah. I'm going to try and, I don't know if I want to share this with our friends out there.
You're saying 20-year-old cyst? I thought you were talking about John Stockton. Oh, okay.
Oh.
My bad. Once again, I need more Facebook friends because I've never seen.
When I first saw the video, I actually thought it's 20-year-old sister. I'm like, what's the big deal about that? Why would you want to get rid of that? That's cool.
Unless she was attached to your head, much like this cyst.
So, like, I bet she misses her. Like, I bet she misses her cyst.
She wakes up in the middle of the night and goes,
where is she?
She was separated from her cyst 20 years ago.
20 years.
But
I don't have anything, like, for 20 years. Like, seriously. Like, me and my wife, next year will be our 20th anniversary. And
What?
Yep.
20 years?
Yeah, and I couldn't describe her like the cyst.
Are you going to go on to the
It's
Doctors?
always on your mind.
You're going to go to the doctors and get rid of her. Look, no, I love my wife. I think she is the best thing that has ever happened to me.
Ring straight from the heart. Straight from the heart. All right,
Wow.
should we watch it?
All right, I'm going to hit this and see if this does it.
You guys have to unmute yourself after.
Don't you tell me what to do.
I think we're talking now.
Yeah, Lauren. Yeah, there she
Oh, there she is. All right.
She got taller or shorter.
Is this before or after the cyst?
Oh, it's after. It's
Oh,
after.
okay. I was like, she got a 5 head. She don't have a cyst. Uh-oh.
You see that?
You gotta play it before.
Looks like a jawbreaker.
Oh, I feel so bad for her.
She can get a short haircut though now.
Even her hair is avoiding it. Can you imagine how many hats she owns?
Mm.
How many times do you think someone's walked up behind her and said, "Hey, you got something in your hair"?
Yeah, with a bat. They walked up with a bat. Hey, you have something on your head!
Is she talking through this while they're doing this?
I'm just trying to look at Shawn. That's all I wanted. I can't look at the.
Why did they squeeze it afterwards?
They didn't have to.
They didn't have to. They could have just cut it out.
They probably could have raised a bunch of money for something and sold that right. So anybody still hungry for Taco Bell?
This is their new commercial.
Yeah, this is the new commercial for Taco Bell.
All right, just stop it. Just
All right.
stop.
You can stop it. Only you can stop this.
Oh, shoot.
But you know what the funny thing is? I'm still hungry for Taco Bell.
This is, I don't know. I guess it's the fat in me. I don't know.
It's almost like being there and going,
Well, like some refried beans, like some mushy cheese on top.
yeah, can I get a gordito crunch, please?
Can I have it with a lot of brown rice around the edges?
And then 3 shots of whiskey, please.
Yeah.
But I mean, I just feel bad for it because, you know, a lot of people just wait and never go to the doctor. And that's a case in point where you're like, something's different. Maybe I should go have this checked, you know?
Letting it go for 20 years. No one said, we're going today. 15 years ago, nobody said, you know that golf ball size thing? We're going to go, come on, let's go. Let's just have them take a look at it.
She's been claiming it on her taxes for the past 20 years.
I get pissed when nobody told me my fly was open. Like, you could help
Why do you have a cyst on your
help a
underarm?
friend out. Hey, you got something right here, and then you got something fucking huge right here. Right here. Get it.
Well, like I've seen people like with the stuff, the growth under the ear and everything, but they say like some, you know, you've seen that with and they say that they've cut it before and it grew back. So maybe it's.
Stay on it. So it grew back. Knock the head off it. You don't. If it's a continuous problem, you have a job to do every day. Every day you got a little project. Start the day with knocking whatever. I don't know what the fuck you're even talking about. That behind your ear.
You know, it's like a keloid or something. It's just, you know, it's hanging. I didn't want to tell you something. You got something on your nose, and I'm just kidding.
Well, I guess, I mean, does it get to a point where you think it could be cancer, and then you just, like, I don't want to know, or I don't.
Well, you can't shove your head in the sand because you got a knot on it that prevents you from getting it in.
Maybe you're like, one day I'll just wake up and it'll just go away on its own. Like.
Yeah, this will sort itself out.
I mean, if they thinking it's cancer, why she should have looked that up, because there's no march or no run for that. There's not for this on your head. Like there's no Susan B. Komen march for the thing on the head.
I'm going to tune into the doctors and see if she now has some sort of superpowers.
Maybe she did before. That was the source of all her powers. And now
that's why she didn't want it to have. She could spell phones or something cool.
Yeah, she had a superpower. She was a pickup girl. Closing time during.
She can remember her HBO Go password. That's her superpower.
Did you say she forgot all her passwords?
Yeah, she forgot all her passwords now.
I just can't.
That's the password node, and she had a lot of passwords. She has a different password for everything, and it just.
The whole time thinking that
we gotta get going. We got something that we want to try and do with a challenge, hashtag challenge. Weekend plan in 4 words. Like, what do you guys got going on this weekend? And can you give it to us in 4 words?
Hashtag our weekend plans.
Hashtag weekend plans in 4 words.
Hashtag drunk at Taco Bell.
Mine is hashtag get my cyst checked.
Lauren, put your head down. Could you put your head down for me?
No, you don't need to see this.
Mine's hashtag stop
No
looking at
bumps,
Jason's
all normal
cyst.
size. Underneath my bun.
You and Jason both have hashtag done.
It's a man cyst.
A praying mantis. Mantis. You guys should get together and rub your buns together.
A moon landing.
I absolutely hate all of you, and I love you very much.
I just want to know one thing, Jason. Like, when you take that down, do you go like this?
It's actually just a clip-on, and I set it down, and I scratch the bald spot.
Oh
You
my
take
God.
down your bun and take off your glasses, and everyone's like, "Whoa!"
What's her name?
Naughty cop. when I dress up like a female cop with a gray beard. Yeah.
You look like the Last Samurai. I like that. That's a look. Like the shadow is awesome. Look at your shadow.
It's more like the last Kung Fu Panda than.
Yeah, I love this shadow behind Jason. It looks like he has an antenna.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That shadow was unreal.
We're gonna work on the lighting next week, and we're gonna get a shitty camera. I'm gonna do a sit-up, and we're gonna keep improvisations going. Thank you guys very much. Tell us real quick where they can find you this weekend. CJ.
I'll be hosting Fort Worth Hyenas for Heather McDonald. Come hang out. She's so funny.
Awesome. Mr. Halpin?
I'll be at the Comedy Store in Hollywood on Saturday and Sunday. Come check that out. And then follow me on all social media at Shawn Halpin.
Hashtag make it Halpin. Love it. Mr. CJ Starr, what's shaking, man?
I'll be at the Taste of the Island on Friday, and I'll be at the Improv on Saturday night, late Saturday night. So if you can't come, at least tune in. You could actually watch it on the air. And I didn't know which one. Which one was it? Did you say it was?
Addison.
Addison. Yes, I will be there. Awesome.
Thank you guys very much. We'll talk to you again real soon.
Thanks, everybody.